What's up guys, coming at you guys in the most awkward angle. I'm on my knees right now. So this video is going to be different compared to the last 8 videos I've uploaded. It's going to be a painting tutorial. So I keep getting asked if I still plan on uploading body painting and face painting looks on this channel. I do. The thing is, I'm getting ready for Halloween, so I've been filming them, but I'm saving them up for Halloween time. It's much easier for me to film wearable looks and challenges and edit them than it is to film body painting looks. So I film my body painting looks and I'm just saving them for, September, October. And then in the meantime, I'm uploading more wearable looks on this channel just because it's easier for me to do, and that way I don't totally have to abandon this channel. So the hand painting you're going to see in this video is inspired by an artist named Natalie. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I'll have all her information down below. This is inspired by her. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you like it, and now let's begin.
So to start the look off, I'm using white paint to paint on the bones. Now bones aren't necessarily white. They're not a pure white like you're seeing me using right now. It's more of like an ivory. Think like of a yellowish white color. That's more like the color of bones. But to make this more simple, I'm using a white paint, and I'm not painting the entire bone. I'm breaking the bone off into parts. So there will be some skin showing, then bone, skin, bone, skin, bone. Now you're going to use a red paint to start painting the raw flesh that is around the bones. So on the top portion of the bones that are near your fingers, you are going to create kind of like an oval shape with them. So the oval goes a little bit through the top of the bone, so the bone looks like it's going into the flesh. And then after that, you want to make sure all the fleshy areas connect to each other. So like underneath where the knuckles are, the bones there, all that flesh is going to connect to each other, whereas on the finger it breaks up because obviously your fingers aren't touching each other like that. On the bottom of each bone area, you're just going to paint a line, not a straight line, a squiggly line going through it, so it looks like a cut, but you don't want it to have that flesh look like the top of each bone area. Next, you're going to use a black paint to paint around the bones. This look doesn't look as cool when it's not near a black area. If you're going to be using like a red background, well, you're going to paint around the bones red. If you're going to use a yellow background, you're going to paint around the bones yellow. So wherever your hand's going to be lying, you want to paint that area around the bone to match the background. But once you take your hand away from it, like if you're putting it in real life, yeah, it looks cool, but it doesn't look as cool as when it blends into a background. Mix together a deep red color, and you're going to use that to outline the top of the bone. So this is going to create like the depth that you need in that area, and you're also going to use it to go through the lines that are below the bone where it looks more like a cut. You want different tones of red going on, because if you don't have all those different tones of red, it isn't going to look as realistic. You're also going to take your brush and you're just going to paint a bunch of little lines and strokes going where the flesh is on top of the bone areas. You're just going to do all of this to create the texture, like I said, that you need. And yeah, it's actually really simple to do because it's basically like creating a bunch of squiggle nonsense on top of the flesh. Now you want to make it look like there is blood that is pouring kind of out of the wound, so you just take either two things. You can use a makeup sponge, just cut it and then dip it into your face paint. Make sure the face paint is really watery, and then you just tap that along the edges of the wounds so that it looks like blood splatter is around there. Or you can take your paintbrush. Again, you want to make sure that the face paint is really watery, and then you just kind of create the little blood drips that you need. But it looks more realistic when you use a makeup sponge. You need to shade the bones to give them more definition. To do this, you're going to use a black eyeshadow, and you're just basically creating little small shading around the bones so that they start to look like they are protruding out a little bit more to make it look a bit more 3D-ish. So I suggest applying the eyeshadow in the middle of the bone and then just kind of blending it out so there's a nice mixture of the black shadow and the white paint, and that'll just help it look more realistic and like it's popping out a little bit more. And you can see once I start doing this, it looks way cooler. You also want to apply the black eyeshadow and blend it out on the top and bottom portions of the bones so it creates a shadow there that makes it look like the bones are going inside of the flesh. You're going to use more of a flesh tone color, and you're going to use it to highlight the top portion of the flesh where the flesh is thicker on the top near the bones, and you just kind of apply small little tiny strokes going through the top of it, and this is going to give the skin more texture and it's going to create the depth that you need there. So it's going to highlight, and by highlighting it's going to start creating depth with the darker colors. Now that we've done all that, you're going to take a face paint that is lighter than your natural skin tone and you're going to use it to highlight the skin, so the skin that is near the opened wounds. Highlighting the skin here is going to make the skin look like it's lifted and it's lying on top of the opened wounds. So you just blend that face paint in there and you're going to see a really big difference when you do this, because like I said, it's just going to make it look like the skin is opened and it's lying on top of these wounds, and it's just going to create a lot of 3D dimension that you need. So that's it for the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you want to check out some of my full body paintings, make sure you head on over to my other channel, Geek Up. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.